Good morning, good morning. Happy Saturday. My name is Carol White, and I want to welcome you to the rescheduled broadcast of When Life Needs a Detox, My Life with Multiple Sclerosis. I also need to apologize. I know I'm a couple minutes late, but we had a few technical difficulties, and as you can see, they led to no makeup. But guess what? I'm okay. I wanted to get in my exercise, so it was either finish the exercise or do my makeup. I chose exercise. I'm getting so much better. Now, this being Saturday, I'm trying to adjust. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not going to take up a whole lot of your time. So, but before I get started, I want to thank you guys so very much for your well wishes and your concern and the love that you've shown me and that you always show me whenever I have a MS symptom flare up and it really just causes me not to be able to function. You guys are my rock. You are my steady source of encouragement and support. And I want to thank you so much for that. But you know what? Today, let's get started. And this is going to be part 4 of I'm giving up for Lent. Focus on your why, but recognize your triggers. Now, the reason that I've said it this way is that if you look at life in general, there isn't one person that hasn't failed at something. We've all failed. We may have failed a test. We may have lost a race. We may not have finished a project. Even in love, we may not have had the best track record with relationships. Everyone has failed at something. MS fighters, we kind of look at not being able to do what we used to do as a failure. And well, to be honest, our bodies aren't doing what they used to do because our nerves fail to react the way they used to. But that's a different kind of failure. I want to get back on track because I'm about to go off on a tangent. I'm so sorry. But when it comes to giving up and weight loss, we've all succeeded and then failed because the failure is keeping off the weight. And the failure starts not at the point we start rediscovering food, but because our why is forgotten. We forget why we did it, why we started the journey. Now, there are some people, and God love you, I really envy you. Some folks start a weight loss journey because they're going to go on vacation. They've got a special event, and they've got a really nice outfit that they want to get back into. I'm not discounting these whys because your why is your why. And that's great. But these are short term whys. They're still great, but they're short term. When we're talking about weight loss insofar as obesity and dealing with MS symptomology, our whys have to become lifelong goals. My why for this weight loss, for giving up is that my life depends on it. And that is a little bit general, but it is my why. My life depends on me not giving up. My weight loss, the why for my weight loss is My life, number one, better health, my wellness, being able to walk more than a quarter block without saying my knees hurt. My why is my life, my overall health and wellness, my quality of life. I have chosen to focus on my whys for weight loss. And when you focus on your why, you make that the most important aspect of why you're doing what you're doing, you will have success. You will be successful. There's no way you can't be. Your why has to override your fear. Now, speaking of fear, let's talk about why we fail. We have triggers. We do. Everybody has triggers. Either most of them are psychological, or emotional, but they're triggers that set us off. And y'all have to forgive me. I'm starting to glow a little bit. I apologize. But here's my trigger. I have emotional triggers. Okay. And historically, I have always satisfied my triggers with food. You know, and when I say emotional, this means when I have success, we go out to eat to celebrate. When I'm feeling sad, I eat to feel better. When I'm angry, I eat to calm down. Emotions are my trigger. I have to learn how to recognize my trigger so that I can override it by focusing on my why. And that's not easy because sometimes these triggers come up very, very fast and you immediately go into what you normally do to satisfy the trigger. You have to find a way and you have to discover the way to say, this is my trigger. I don't have to do this. Now that I recognize what it is, I can find another way to satisfy the trigger. Now, another one of my triggers, as I am discovering with my MS, is my MS. My MS triggers. A lot of times, they don't make me eat, but they will make me say, I can't do this. Now, a lot of times, they're absolutely correct. But I have to change what I say. Because to say, I can't do this, sets me up for failure. To say, I can't do this right now, but this won't last. I can do what I need to do later. That sets me up for success. Now, I also have to start recognizing triggers for my MS. I have noticed that one of my triggers for MS is a headache. If I have a small headache and I don't take care of it, the headache goes into dizziness. The dizziness will turn into full-blown vertigo. The vertigo sends me into the imbalance issues, which means I have to sit down and rest. So I have to go back to the beginning. If I feel a headache coming on, kind of like what I'm feeling now, I know I have to take care of that at this point. I can't wait until it sends me into the dizziness because it's harder to control. I can control this at the point I start having my headaches. Now, another thing that triggers my MS, and I have no control over this, weather. Yes, if it gets too hot or too cold, or there is a change of weather like what we're going through now, it sends my MS symptoms into a tizzy. They activate like nobody's business. So I have to realize that there are some days where I have to ease back on what I'm doing, do less, do it less strenuously, and then I'm okay. I can get through this. And if you heard my stomach rumbling, I'm so sorry. But you have to recognize the triggers. Also, and I discovered this just a couple of days ago, and I wasn't even thinking about it. Did you know that your vocabulary can be a trigger? Listen, stick with me for a minute. I was on Facebook looking at one of these TikTok videos. Don't ask y'all, but it was Steve Harvey, and he was talking about how you have to change the way you say what you mean. He said there's a difference between saying I got to or I get to. I'm just paraphrasing right now. I'm going to give you the gist of it. He says when you say things like, I got to get up, I got to get dressed, I got to go to work, I got to go to PTA meetings, I got to go grocery shopping, I got to exercise, I got to take care of myself. Saying I got to, and then you go through the list of things, this actually causes stress. Stress creates cortisol in the body, which prevents weight loss, which is going to send you into another state of stress because you're not able to lose weight. The way you say what you say can be a trigger. So he said, in order to get past this trigger, to get past this state of stress that you've put yourself in to say, I've got to, he said, change it up. Say, I get to get up in the morning. I get to go to work. I get to exercise. I get to eat right. This doesn't make you stressed. So instead of putting yourself in a state of obligated stress, you're putting yourself in a state of thankful gratitude. It was amazing. And I've tried it. It works, y'all. It works. Changing the way you say what you say to yourself and to others will change the stress levels in your body, and it will change the mindset of always giving up. It will change your probability of failure and give you a higher probability of success. Focus on your why and recognize your triggers. Well, you all, I said I wasn't going to keep you long, and I am going to keep my promise. I am done. My name is Carol White. I want to thank you guys so much for spending this amount of time with me on your Saturday, March 26, 2022. We are moving through this year. This has been When Life Needs Detox, my life with multiple sclerosis. I'm giving up for Lent. I love you all to the moon and back, and I will see you guys next Thursday at 8 a.m. I love you dearly. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye now.